everyone, and welcome back to my doll collecting channel. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite doll brands that are not American Girl, that maybe you've never heard of. I'm going to be talking about current lines and also discontinued dolls, and in each category I'm going to be listing them from what I think is the most known dolls to the least known doll brands. If I covered any doll brands that you haven't heard of, make sure to leave it in the comments section below. First we have Maplelea, and if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I have posted about Maplelea before, and even have a playlist on this channel dedicated to these dolls. But for those of you who are unfamiliar, Maplelea is a Canadian doll brand that was created in 2009 by Catherine Gallagher Morton due to the lack of dolls that represented young girls and that were distinctly Canadian. Currently there is 7 main dolls, each representing a different province or territory in Canada. But I should mention that not all provinces are mentioned. There isn't a doll that represents Newfoundland and Labrador, Prince Edward Island, New Brunswick, Saskatchewan, Yukon, and the Northwest Territories. However, Jenna represents Nova Scotia, Leonie is from Quebec, Alexi is from Ontario, Sila is from Nunavut, Brienne is from Manitoba, and Taryn is from Alberta. I wrote Banff, but that's not the province. And Charles C. is from British Columbia. Often when I share this image, people ask me which doll is who, so I'm going to give the names from left to right so you know who they are. So first we have Taryn, and she was my first doll, by the way. Then we have Charles C., then we have Brienne, then we have Alexi, Jenna, Sila, and Leonie. After posting my previous Maplelea videos, a lot of people love Sila, the indigenous doll from Nunavut, and people are also in love with Leonie's outfit, which is probably why they haven't changed Leonie's outfit since she was released in 2008, I believe. Taryn, Alexi, and Jenna have all had updated outfits. Oh, and I forgot to say, Brienne has an updated outfit too, but in the image I am showing, this is the updated version. But Jenna, in fact, has had 2 starter outfits since this image, so her outfit has been changed twice. Backstory of these dolls is first, Taryn, Brienne, Alexi, and Jenna all met one summer and called themselves the Maplelea Girls, which sounds like a wicked awesome band origin story, but as far as I know, they aren't dropping an album anytime soon. There's also the Maplelea Friends line, which I believe is now called Maplelea and Me, which is where you can create a doll or pick a doll and then create her name and her story. And there is also boy dolls in this line and dolls with colorful wigs. There's also an active Facebook group created by Maplelea Girls, which encourages people to post Maplelea products, but just be careful only to post photos of Maplelea dolls in Maplelea outfits, because all of my posts got deleted, so yeah. If you want a full analysis deep dive into Maplelea, check out this video, or if you want a complete buyer's guide / review of Maplelea Girls, make sure to check out this video. Girl for all time, one of my favorite doll brands. I remember when these dolls were released in 2012 and I wanted a Matilda so bad. I remember entering a contest on the blog Doll Diaries and wanting to win so bad, but I never did. Sadness. Now, if you aren't from the UK, there's a good chance that you've never heard of this brand of 16-inch dolls. These dolls are from different periods in British history, and if I remember correctly, they are all related or are part of the same family tree. Matilda was the first doll, and she's from the Tudor era, but I also remember Amelia being released, the Victorian girl. Her blue outfit is to die for. But now there is also Lydia, the Georgian girl, Clementine, the 1940s doll, Sam, the 1960s girl, and Eleanor, the Elizabethan doll, and the newest doll, Helena, from the Regency period. These dolls were gorgeous and were featured on Dragon's Den UK, but I don't think Frances Cain got a deal, but honestly, she is still thriving. These dolls are doing pretty well. The only 2 criticisms I have about this line is the price, which translates to around $200 Canadian, which might just be because in the UK things are just way more expensive. Also, the availability of products is a bit spotty, but this might just be due to the fact that it's a relatively small company. Honestly, if you want me to do a full deep dive into the history like I did with Maplelea video, make sure to leave it in the comment section below because I'm curious if anyone would be interested. Overall, these dolls and outfits are so cute and they don't get the recognition that they deserve. Moving on to Ruby Red Fashion Friends, which is a doll brand that has dolls that are 14 inches tall. So they're more of an alternative for the American Girl Wellie Wishers dolls, but they are very popular as little sisters for the 18-inch American Girl dolls. This is probably because of their attention to detail, like 9 points of articulation and high quality materials. In their advertising, it looks like they target it towards children. However, they are definitely popular among collectors, as they state on their website. One of their selling features is the phonogenic faces. I will admit I love the detail on these dolls, so if you want something that is larger and of a higher quality than like maybe a rainbow high doll, I'd recommend these dolls because they have so many poses, are easy to take photos of, and they have many different styles and variety. The only downside is that they cost around $150 and they are smaller than American Girl dolls, and they appear to be a higher quality, so I guess it's up to personal opinion. Also, if you're Canadian, Ruby Red Fashion Friends are now distributed by Maplelea Girls, so you can order it through their, it's not like the Maplelea website, but it's like a sub website. I'll have it linked in the description if you want to purchase the Ruby Red Fashion Friends, or you know what, I'll put a link to all the active doll brands websites so you can purchase from them if you'd like. And I'm not sponsored, by the way, so yeah, I'm not getting paid or anything by sharing this. So I thought Hearts for Hearts dolls were discontinued, but I was later told by some of you that they actually still exist in the United States. So I guess they are just stopped selling them in Canada, but these dolls are a great alternative to Wellie Wishers, and they cost around $50. And each doll comes from a different place in the world, and the doll line tried to attempt to educate children on different social issues around the world. I currently have 2 of these dolls, and for the price they are so cute and make amazing little sisters for 18-inch American Girl dolls. I highly recommend these ones. Next, we have Carpatina dolls, which I don't know if I'm pronouncing their name right, but this is a doll brand that I don't own, but I've been a fan of for almost a decade now, and I've been a huge fan of them since I was a child. These dolls are 18 inches tall, but are slim dolls, so their clothes might be too tight for American Girl dolls, even though they do offer clothing on their website that does fit American Girl dolls. So just be careful when ordering. If you like fantasy or medieval dolls, then these are the dolls for you. These outfits are either inspired by history or fantasy and medieval things, so if you like any of those, just check it out. They have some really cute stuff on there. But if I remember correctly, they also had boy dolls way before American Girl did, and some of them are really cute. So if you want historical or fantasy inspired boy dolls, go check it out. Next, we are moving on to discontinued doll lines. So these ones, you can no longer buy these dolls brand new, but I just thought some of them were so cool and so interesting that I would share them anyways. Magic Attic dolls were one of the more popular doll brands that I've seen people collect when it comes to 18-inch dolls, and they still have a very active fan base on social media. Magic Attic dolls were a line of dolls similar to American Girl because they were 18 inches, but again, they had the slim bodies just like the Carpatina dolls, and they had a book series about the characters, so that makes it similar to American Girls because there was books. However, the books are fantasy books rather than history. The basic premise is that a group of girls find a bunch of clothes in an attic, and when they put them on, they are transported into fantasy worlds in the stories, and they learn to overcome challenges that they experience in the real world. The company was founded in 1994, and at the time, American Girl didn't have a modern doll line, so Magic Attic was trying to create a line of dolls that had both fantasy and real world elements. The dolls were sculpted by Robert Toner, and the name might sound familiar because he later went on to create his own line of collector dolls. The dolls cost around $59, or did cost around $59, so they were cheaper than American Girl at the time, and they also had a doll hospital that would repair any fix for $10 with $5 shipping. However, there was a few times that they tried to update the brand, but the line was ultimately discontinued in 2004, and if you want the full story, make sure to check out my link in the description for the full history of Magic Attic dolls. So another line of dolls that I haven't seen anybody talk about, and I found these dolls on Pinterest and I thought they were so cool, but they didn't last for very long, so that's probably why there isn't a large amount of collectors collecting these dolls, and that is the Stardust classic dolls. And when I first saw them, I assumed they were Magic Attic dolls because I don't collect Magic Attic, so they look similar, but they are different. And after doing some research, I discovered that they, weren't related to Magic Attic at all. And these dolls existed from 1997 to 2001. The three dolls were Kat, the Time Explorer, Laurel, the Wood Fairy, and Elisa, the Princess of Arcadia. These dolls had a fantasy theme and had 4 books per character. The dolls were sculpted by Vernon Thornblad, and he used 3D computer animation to create the sculpts, and he would later go on to design the Carpatina dolls that I mentioned earlier in this list. The accessories for these dolls were insane. You could buy a suit of armor statue for Elisa for only $18. Low-key, I want this for when I make a dollhouse. Kat, the Time Traveler doll, also comes with some really cute Victorian outfits like this one. Apparently, it's super rare, and I can see why, because if I had this outfit, I wouldn't give it up. Also, Laurel, the fairy doll, has some cute furniture pieces like a wood rocking chair. Like, come on, so cute. Also, you can buy garden tools for her. But these dolls no longer exist. They were so cute, and I love the attention to detail. Have any of you heard of the Stardust classic dolls? I'm definitely interested in knowing more. My twin dolls are interesting because they are either really cute or really creepy, depending on your perspective. I remember going onto the My Twin website a few times when I was younger and thinking that they were really cool. And they were 22 inches tall, 4 inches taller than American Girl dolls, so I decided to pass. But parents could send in a lock of their child's hair, 2 photos, and then they could also fill out a questionnaire, and the company would create a doll that looks like them. The company would also make dolls that looked like a mother or grandmother when they were younger. The company was founded in 1993 by John Kurdika, an emergency room doctor, and by Lisa Driscoll, who was an account executive at a child entertainment company. Kurdika was inspired to create the line after seeing girls bring in their dolls to the emergency room, and he asked them what they liked about the dolls, and they said they liked them because they looked like them. So from there, he was inspired to make dolls that looked like real-life girls. The line was an instant success, and the dolls were manufactured in Colorado. However, by 2002, all production was done in China, and there was various problems in creation of the dolls. But also, people were receiving them not in a timely fashion, causing very bad reviews, which ultimately led to sales dropping. And the company closed in 2016. So those are some of the cool doll brands that I have heard of that are not American Girl. Do you have any that you would like to add to the list? Make sure to subscribe for more doll collecting videos like this, and make sure to follow my Instagram to see more photos of my dolls over there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.